There are many people who are born and raised in eastern Idaho, but few who are as dedicated to keeping the downtown areas of our local cities alive and thriving like Blackfoot native Donnie Wixom. In this week's Idaho Gems, I'll show you how he recently not only opened a new store, but has started a transformation of the area he feels is part of our past as well as our future. Donnie Wixom's new store, Collecting Americana, is part nostalgia, part downtown revitalization, and part yard sale.
What happens is a lot of people try to buy their youth back, so they remember, like for me, I remember the 70s growing up, so I really like stuff from the 70s, like the furniture, the 70s contemporary, and a lot of people think that stuff's just plain ugly, but I love it.
He started collecting as a child, and the passion grew. Soon he was filling boxes and then storage units, and the idea of selling off his treasures hasn't always been easy.
In order to feed the collecting disease, if you will, I had to let go of things to be able to get new things. So yeah, at first, but you know, there's always something else out there that's just as equally as fun. But yeah, there's some things that I do. So there are a few things, but for the most part, easy come, easy go.
His store isn't only nostalgic for what's on the inside, but also for what's on the outside. Donnie and his wife have collected Coca-Cola memorabilia for decades, and the outside wall of this building has the remnants of a Coca-Cola mural dating back to the 1930s.
And this was one of two buildings in Blackfoot that you could faintly see had one on it. And this had three different versions on it dating back to the 30s. This building housed a drugstore soda fountain, 3 or 4 different ones from the early 1900s to about 1960. And at one time we used to have a store that had a soda fountain in it, similar to the shop on Broadway in Blackfoot. So it's something that we wanted to revisit and try again. But one thing we had never done is to revive a mural. They had this revitalization thing happening about the same time we bought the building, and it just worked out like a perfect storm. And they were able to incorporate other Americana icon figures into the Coke mural, and the name of the business, Collecting Americana, it all blends together with what's on the mural.
Donnie hopes others will look at coming downtown to not only do business, but to possibly open one.
As you can see, I kind of am attached to downtown. So it's sad to see so many empty storefronts across small town USA. So this is kind of my fight back. Technology has kind of been the death of America as I see it. And this is kind of my way of fighting back, of saying, you know what, we need to fill storefronts, preserve the history of when I grew up, my parents grew up, their parents grew up, because it seems like discardable these days. And so I hope other people can fill some buildings too and, you know, save what memories we had, I guess. And as part of the entire downtown revitalization project in Blackfoot, there are now several more large murals that are finished on the sides of buildings, and more are planned. Take a tour, see the cool new artwork of these iconic downtown buildings.